Neighbors tell me he is out of surgery and doing much better tonight. He came from across the street here to help out after a car ran into a couple of cars along the curb here, hopped the curb, took out this fence, and then landed on the front porch. They expect to start construction here at the end of this month. As we turn and go up above to our World Car drone cam, the entire project is going to take up this triangle block here. Just to give you an idea of how massive these piles are, I'm 6'2", but if I step over here, you can barely see me anymore. And this is one of the smaller piles. But on February 1st, freezing temps become the enemy again, specifically for the buds, which are these little guys at the end of the branches. Active search happening right now. As you can see, a couple of units out here. The focus of the search is down this way. It's pretty thick brush, but we've seen people wearing highlighter and orange colored vests. We've seen these Border Patrol agents gearing up for a long, watchful night tonight. And I just got done speaking with the Maverick County Sheriff, who went over into Mexico today to tour that facility where this caravan is being held. People of Houston have been coming by, been adding to the small memorials like this throughout the day. Kind and gentle mementos for a man who wanted a kinder and gentler nation. So the county took a look at putting a stoplight at this intersection back in May, but it didn't meet the criteria for it. I learned a couple hours ago the county's going to do another traffic study along Foster Road here. Surely the people who live here on Yanni Street will be able to settle this debate.
Laurel.
Okay, so maybe it's Laurel Street. It depends on what you hear. Tons of ways to celebrate Manu Ginobili Day, including the patented Charles Barkley Ginobili!
You see this on our missions? It is unbelievable.
Yeah, graffiti on a mission wall. That's sad.
I think it's appalling. It's not a place to make a political statement.
For centuries, the missions have stood as a beacon of history and culture. Early this morning, someone marked up Mission San Jose and San Juan.
To see anybody doing any kind of graffiti on them, I think is just ridiculous.
The graffiti calls back to a message printed on a jacket First Lady Melania Trump wore yesterday.
I just cannot believe that somebody would even do that. And it hurts me to the core.
Diana Martinez with the Archdiocese of San Antonio says the missions have been targeted by vandalism before, but nothing to this extent.
It really makes me cry, so.
I don't understand. Why would somebody do that? It's a church.
Sit out in the middle of the street with a sign if you want, but don't do this.
The Archdiocese is hopeful that with some help from the National Park Service, they'll be able to track down the person who did this.
Please don't do it again, ever. It's too true. It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Nobody have no regards for the speed.
When he's not driving charter buses,
We see him watching the cars speed back and forth.
Sylvester Jones's second job is keeping a watchful eye on the cars passing through his neighborhood.
See that?
They coming through this neighborhood like they on the highway.
Wendy Jones says it's time for a change.
Well, who gonna be next? A child on a bike?
Wendy was home yesterday afternoon when deputies say a 4-year-old girl was hit by an SUV. Her 2 granddaughters were playing with the little girl.
And they was trying to grab her. All the girls were trying to grab her, and the car got to her first.
Deputies say the driver stopped and is not facing any charges. Neighbors say the front yards tend to get busy in the afternoon when the neighborhood kids get together.
She always out here. Ned is always out here. My husband is out here.
Wendy and her husband say speeding has always been an issue for the 7 years they've lived here.
We got more cars coming through here than we ever had, and they not slowing down.
Jones believes a lower speed limit will make the area safer.
We want speed bump, we want signs, we want more cops. Put some lights up in here. This area needs to be addressed.
The Martin family is hanging on to the memories.
She gets that motherly thing from her mother.
For Kylie Martin's husband, Roy, their 22-month-old daughter, Reagan, and their 7-month-old son, William, it's all they have left. Roy and Kylie have known each other since childhood and connected after graduation.
She had just gotten her degree. She was going to teach theater. I'm a band director. We're both fine arts. We like to call ourselves the Walking Broadway Musical.
Kylie would never miss one of Roy's concerts or band performances. She was on her way to Bandera High School Monday evening with her kids.
I noticed close into the beginning of the concert she still wasn't there. So I started calling her cell phone, but there was no answer.
State troopers say Kylie crashed into the back of a pickup that was trying to turn left on Highway 16 just outside of Bandera. Both kids were in their car seats and aside from a few bruises are okay. The crash left the Martins facing an unexpected obstacle.
My daughter was always great with formula. but my son is very different. He is actively rejecting the formula, pushing the bottle away.
Kylie left 2 bottles of milk in the freezer. It's all the Martins have left, and they're running out.
It's like liquid gold for those that need it. And any help in that regard would be appreciated.
While the family is still grieving, Roy says they're lifted up by the memories shared by friends, former students, and family.
So there will be an unending treasure trove of memories and stories that they'll get to hear about. Of course, I'd much rather them have their mother, but this is about the best substitute there can be.